I am delighted to be joined by a rising star in the music world, Mr. Sam Fischer. Thank you for coming in, buddy. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, mate. Guys, so great to be here. Thank you so much for having me on.
Of course. I mean, this is you're an LA resident.
I'm based in LA.
Okay.
I'm based in LA. Sydney is where I'm from. Sydney, Australia. My wife and I live in North Hollywood, and it's been good. LA's, I don't know, LA's a...
It gets a bad rap sometimes. People are like, oh, it's quite a big... Because my brother lives there as well.
Gotcha.
I think he lives in West Hollywood.
Right. West Hollywood's nice.
Yeah, it was quite a big jump because obviously here in London, it's a very different... I think people talk about the weather a lot. It's a big thing, isn't it? That people love the weather in LA. It's like...
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's just constantly 24/7 sunshine.
Yeah. I mean, it's... And that part's really nice.
Yeah.
My struggle with it is that I find that there's not really a sense of community. And being from Sydney, I've lived in Sydney, I took a gap year and I lived here in Winchester, which was like
Winchester.
Yeah, hour southwest of
Yeah,
London or something. Southeast.
My geography of the UK is appalling, so I'm going to go, southwest, great.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Funny fucking town.
Okay.
Lived there and then went back to Sydney for a couple months and then moved to Boston, went to college there, and so I lived there and then went to LA, but Sydney, Winchester, London, and Boston all have this massive sense of community. And in LA, I love LA, but I feel like people are, I don't know, you don't bump into people on the street because no one walks because there's no public transport, so everyone has a car.
Yeah.
So it can be a really lonely city. I think LA I'm very, very grateful for it, and I do love it at times. But right now I feel like it's where I have to be rather than where I want to be for my life.
You moved there for your career.
Absolutely.
Okay, right,
yeah. I mean, it's kind of where you have to move.
Yeah.
It's just kind of where all the writers and producers live now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My wife and I are thinking about going to Nashville, so...
Okay, is she American?
She's American.
She's American.
Yeah,
okay.
She's from Northern Virginia.
Okay.
So
hello, dual citizenship.
That's it.
But no, I think that's the thing. It's such a. It is a again, my brother as well. LA seems like a great place to because every weekend he says, oh, we're going to drive down to. We're going to go to. Is it Joshua Tree? Is that a place? Yeah, there. Or we might go to Malibu or something. And it always blows me away how close these places are to like downtown LA. Really.
Yeah, I mean, it's not far. I mean. The cool thing about LA is you can go skiing in the morning and surfing in the afternoon. Like it has everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's like any major city. When you're winning, it's amazing.
Yeah.
When you're not doing so well, it's really lonely.
Absolutely.
So I'm grateful for it, but I don't know if it's my city yet.
Yeah. Well, you're here in London. It's good to have you here, mate. Are you a regular visitor to the Big Smoke?
I hope to be a more regular visitor.
Okay.
You're
always welcome, Sam. You're always welcome.
Thanks. Cheers. Thanks, mate. I love London.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with London. I would move here if I could.
Is it I mean, I guess you're right. The atmosphere here as well, like people, the culture. I guess the culture is quite similar to Australia, to Sydney as well.
Yeah.
We love a drink.
We love a drink. I think pub culture is what's missing from LA.
Yeah.
In that, just like going down to your local for a cheeky beer after work, that doesn't really exist.
I went to is it the Saddle Ranch? Have you been there before? I think it's on on Sunset. It's like so in the gaming world. Every year they have E3.
Okay.
I think it's the convention center in LA.
Yep.
And there's a place that always is on because every night like some different publishers having like a party of some sort.
Yeah.
Someone will always book this place called the Saddle Ranch. I don't know why it's a thing that everyone always does, and it has a bucking bronco.
Oh
and
yeah.
It also has karaoke, and you combine the two. It's a wild time.
Love
we
that.
Brits, we love it. You can't get enough.
Yeah, man. Well, that's, you know what? We haven't been there yet, but we like to, there's kind of a barcade in North Hollywood.
Okay.
And so
you're gaming while having a few.
Yeah, get on the piss and play some pinball.
Oh,
I'm fucking obsessed with pinball.
Oh yeah, it's coming back. And retro gaming is the thing, man.
Sick.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
Is there a particular type, because you have like themed ones, right?
There are themed ones, for sure.
And does that kind of usually attract your eye? Like, what if it's like a TV show? You're like, I'm playing that pinball machine.
It's really bad. Like, I'm honestly not that much of a fan of like the original pinball machines. Okay. I like the bells and whistles. I like the like there's an NBA one that has like a little basketball hoop in it, and you just kind of get out there and you have to shoot. You get 3, and then like
You're like, yes,
it's fucking
got my
cool.
3-pointer. Do you shout things like an NBA Jam, like the game? You're like, he's
I'm
fire.
competitive.
Yeah.
That's when I was younger. I was a tennis player, and I was like hyper competitive, like to the point where I was that rat bag that would like smack my racket, and so I smacked my racket, and it broke, and my mum got super pissed at me, and so to like make a point, she went out and bought a toy racket, and she was like, if you want to be a kid, this is the racket you're going to use.
No,
and if you want to hit your racket, you're going to hit this one because it won't cost an arm and a leg to replace it.
Yeah.
And then I just felt like an idiot.
Yeah.
So
your little plastic toy.
Yeah, it was like one of those colourful, massive head
I remember
rackets.
them. Yeah. Okay.
So
I mean, and do you think the competitive side of you has been there kind of always, or is it kind of like
it's
kind of dwindled away a little
still
bit now?
there.
Okay.
No, it's absolutely still there. I think I've just learned how to cover it up a little.
Well, LA is a
show it all.
cutthroat place as well. You got to be bolshy. You got to be, and as a musician as well, you're gonna, there's a lot of grind, a lot of like drive to get you to where
absolutely,
you want to be.
it hardens you.
Yeah,
for sure. You learn a lot of lessons. You learn how resilient you are. It's a brutal place. It's cutthroat. It's definitely not being a walk in the park.
Yeah.
It's they kind of say that it takes around like 2-3 years to really find yourself in LA. For me, it took 5 years.
5 years.
I've been there for 6 years, and the last year has been really, really great.
Yeah.
But up until then,
Just suddenly click overnight. You thought, okay, I get it now. I found
I
me.
mean, I think
and I'm okay.
I think I came to LA with a purpose, and I just didn't, I just didn't see really that come to fruition until really the last year.
Yeah.
And I've been working really, really hard, and I'm very, very fortunate to be where I am. But, there were those nights sleeping in my car. I was
Really? You did the car?
Did that?
Wow,
yeah. It wasn't my car. It was a car it was my friend's car that he very generously let me borrow.
Yeah.
I don't know if he knows that I slept in it, but
he does now. Hello to
Thor. His name was Thor.
His name is Thor.
His name is Thor Feinberg, and he is a G, and we love him.
Wow. I've never known anyone like with a superhero name.
I think he's Icelandic, and it's Thorir, and it's like Thorir.
I mean,
but
he's
an icon.
Thor anywhere is the coolest thing in the world. So that's great.
He was awesome, but he let me drive his car, and
it
was that, and then
tough.
just kind of I worked as a delivery boy for an Australian meat pie shop.
Okay,
for cash.
That's great. Well, you're authentic at least. You kind of, when you were delivering the things, they're like, oh, this place is legit.
That comes with an Australian. This is great. No, it was. Look, it got me by. I had a lot of great friends who let me sleep on their couches for a long time,
but it gives you become, I guess, when success, as you're experiencing like now with your music, you're humbled because you've had to go through that to kind of get to where you are now.
Totally. I think it's important to go through that.
Yeah.
It's amazing to see kind of young artists find success and carry it and bear the weight of it, and that's amazing to see. But it's got to change. It's got to change you, isn't it? Like when you've never had to, really try and grind for anything. Yeah. You just get given it, not given it, but you know what I mean. You kind of get straight away. There's an element of like I use examples like a Justin Bieber or something, or someone who who found fame really early on. Mm-hmm. There's never been the struggle. There's always been the kind of like, I've always had. I guess it's a different kind of struggle when you maybe not financially for him, but I think the mental struggle of finding fame that early and having that many voices on you. And I think, I don't know what it is, but when young people win, there's a lot of hate that gets thrown their way. And I think it's because people are jealous of young people who are successful, because it's like, why is he 10 years younger and doing better? Yeah. Bieber's unbelievably talented. Yeah. So he deserves everything that he has, and didn't deserve the barrage of
it was bad for a while.
Hate that came to him. Yeah, he grew up in the spotlight. I cannot imagine what that would be like. Hey. But listen, he's making bomb-ass music. So
he really is. And you look at like artists like Britney Spears, those kind of ones who in the past you kind of think, oh God, they're obviously having it from a young age. But
I just can't imagine. I can't imagine influencing an entire generation of people.
It is wild.
For kids who, like, Justin Bieber is a younger generation, it's like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And Britney's the same thing. She's she is the quintessential pop star. She, the paparazzi is as bad as it is probably because of Britney.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never experienced anything like it, and I at all. Like, I can't.
Well, at least here in London, it's a bit. It feels a little bit more homely, a little less crazy.
I mean, it's nice. I think Australia is really good with kind of. Well, it's not really good, but there's a lot of tall poppy syndrome.
Yeah.
When you get too big for your britches, everyone's like, "All right,
knock you down,
come on, mate. Come on,
simmer down,
keep
mate.
you grounded."
Yeah.
Which is
shut up. Come on.
Yeah, look, there are positives and negatives to everything, but I love that. It's all right.
Tell me about the transition, because you obviously mentioned you obviously went from sleeping in Thor's car to where you are now, and on the up as well. So, what was the transition? Because you were writing prior to actually being in the limelight, in the spotlight, singing.
Yeah.
What was the transition from going from one to the other? Was it quite a difficult transition? Was it like a breath of fresh air that you could actually suddenly kind of be in front of the microphone?
It wasn't difficult, I think, because in a way I've always wanted to be the artist. There was never a time when I said, all right, no, I'm just a writer. I'm just going to write. I think it's just kind of every song that I write, even when I write for others and with other artists, comes from a real place. And I've just been really fortunate that, pulling from my personal experiences has resonated with other artists, and they've made them their own. And I'm really lucky, and I love being a part of other people's stories. There's an artist in LA who's up and coming, this kid Christian French, who we've written a ton together, and he's just such a sweet kid, and it's really exciting to see him kind of just find himself as this superstar artist. And he just put out a song that we did together called Time of Our Lives. Go check it out, y'all.
I love it.
But no, it's really cool. I've been able to work with some incredible artists, and there's a lot of exciting songs coming out this year.
Because you've worked with JESSIE J.
I worked with JESSIE J, man.
You've worked with,
she's
oh my God, she's the best singer I've ever. Oh my God.
Ever.
She can belt it out.
Listen, she can, but she can also write a tune.
Yeah.
She is a beast.
Yeah.
It's really fun working with her. The guy I write with a lot, Jeff Warburton, him and I we do it all together. And the sessions with Jess were just so cool. Jess, listen to me. Me and Jess, old mate
LA,
Jess.
baby. You can say whatever you want. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm impressed.
She's amazing. I'm very, it's kind of surreal to work with people like that who I grew up listening to, and just.
It must be very surreal. Go, oh, hey, we're now collaborating on something, which is.
Yeah. I never want that to get old. I never want to walk into a room and see a, incredible big artist and be like, okay, cool, just another day.
Yeah.
Like everything for me, I'm very grateful for everything. And I think if you don't get like butterflies or nervous before before going on stage or going to a big write or having a big day or whatever, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Look at that, yeah.
So
you need to have something which keeps you going.
Yeah.
And the passion can definitely fuel the furnace and keep the fire burning. If you've got that passion there to keep, because I imagine it's now different for you as well, the fact that you have been writing, for the likes of Jess, I'm calling her Jess now. I am. Shout out to Jess. Hey,
man.
Jess. But you write for Jess. Now you're writing for yourself. Does that change the way you're writing, or are you still writing? Do the lyrics differ, the process differ at all?
I mean, yes and no. I think the process doesn't differ. I think now that there's kind of a microscope on me, it's almost confronting, but it's like therapy in a way to look at yourself and look at every bit of yourself and kind of decide what you'd like to share and what parts of you think. It's kind of weird to say what parts of you think people will care about, and what parts you want to keep hidden. So for me, when I write it all comes from life experience. And I think just being comfortable with who I'm in a room with is really important. And Jeff and this guy, Britton Newbill, and this producer, Ryan Marone, and we're all just kind of open books. We just get in a room and have a cry.
Yeah.
But like all the songs that are coming are all real stories, and it's kind of a snapshot of the last 3 years of my life. In that I was let out of a contract that I was in it with another label 3 years ago, and just kind of going through that, and it felt like I was getting out of a relationship, and it's just kind of finding myself again and discovering who I was as an artist, what my voice was, and kind of just what I wanted to say.
Was it quite liberating? Or was it?
It was at the time.
Scary.
At the time, it fucking sucked.
Yeah,
like it was shit.
Of course,
I was pissed.
Yeah, of course, you would be.
There were just times when I don't know. I didn't know if I wanted to get out of bed in the morning, and I would keep it all in. I wouldn't talk to anyone except my wife, and bless her, she's been through a lot with me. But it's
my wife's the same. She's been through a lot. Because the person is there with you, and naturally you're going to vent and you don't. I guess you don't mean to. We want to share, but at the same time we want to kind of make them worried about at the same time. So it's a tricky one to manage.
I just didn't want to be a burden on anyone. I'm someone who, when I get asked if I'm okay, if someone's just like, "Hey, are you good?" It like makes me really emotional because I don't get asked it that much. Yeah. But it's all right because I love being a shoulder for people to cry on, but and just a safe place for people. But so all the music is about my experiences in relationships that might not necessarily be romantic ones, but that I've been through over the last couple of years, and finding who I am, and also talking about my mental health a lot, and just being really open, and maybe voicing some things that people are a little nervous to voice. And
mental health, we've talked about it on the podcast before, about in the gaming industry as well, a lot of influencers and musicians and celebs and such, and I think it's one of these things that people do need to be a lot more open about, because people keep it like locked away, because I think it's almost like if you to expose yourself like that, people can people will people will take advantage of you, or they'll kind of 100%. Look at you differently, and it's like, no, that's just, I'm a human being. It's just what we go through. These things happen.
We're all in it together. No one really knows why we're here.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just trying to get through it, and I think it's really important to reach out and speak about how you're feeling. And, more often than not, you'll find that there are people around you who will just sit and listen.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just want people to be there with you, regardless of how it might sound. Like sometimes you just want to get shit off your chest. And
totally.
So
I feel you,
that's 100%. That's a big part of who I am, but
Tell me about This City, which is your new song, which is, what was the inspiration behind the song? Because this is I think 40 million plays on Spotify. It's had like crazy numbers. I must talk about TikTok as well, because TikTok is, I don't use TikTok, but 1.5 million TikToks, is that even the terminology? Is that 1.5 million TikToks?
Man, I don't even know. TikTok changed the game.
Yeah.
I am so grateful for every single person who's used the song in their videos. The craziest part about the TikTok videos is that there's no line. There was no like This City challenge or This City dance or like a lip sync challenge or anything like that. It just people finding the song and connecting with it, wanting to use it on things. But it ranges from like, really sentimental moments to like a video of like a couple of raccoons in dumpsters, and like then there's a guy in South Africa who I guess works with wild animals, and it's just a video of him walking along this massive lion, and it's got something like 20 odd million views on it, and it's it blows my mind. TikTok, I'm grateful for that app. That is it's crazy.
It is crazy,
because when I found out the song was popular on there, I genuinely didn't really know what it was. And I'm still finding my feet with it, but it's fun. It's fun to look at.
It's
I don't know.
I have no idea. I've got no way of knowing, but I think it's doing very well. Well done.
Thank you.
Sam, you're doing great.
Thanks. I made it all happen myself. I made all 3 million videos or whatever it is. But the song, I can't explain it. I'm really, really happy that people have found it and connected with it. It's been around for a while. I put it out January of 2018. And for people to be discovering it now, I guess that's just the world we live in and the power of streaming. And I think Lizzo is a prime example of being at it for years and years and putting out music that gets discovered years later. Anything is possible, I guess. Yeah. I never expected to be here in a million years. I always dreamt about it. I believe that I would, but having any expectation, I just would have been kidding myself. But
you are talking about the podcast, just to make sure, not your career, you're the
in
podcast.
This room in
Thank
London
you,
on
Sam.
the podcast. No, I'm really, really, I'm really grateful for everyone who's supported it and everyone that's gotten behind it, and kind of to be in this position. It's cool. It's just cool to see people making the song their own.
Yeah.
That's been cool. Like to see a tweet that's like, I just want to make out with someone while the city by Sam Fisher's playing in the background.
That's
like,
amazing.
It's so cute.
It
But also
cute.
I'm like, have you listened to the song? It's so sad.
Yeah.
But people are making it a love song, and I get that now. And it's a different perspective, because when I wrote it, I was in such a dark place. Yeah. I was just finding it really hard to fit in LA, and I was really lost, and I was losing myself, and I was like, what is it about this place that makes you question everything? And I think I don't know. People go through that. Change is really difficult. But,
it is.
But it's become I feel like it's become a safe place for my fans, and not even used to saying that, but, you know, people who found the song and have connected with it, and I guess feel like it's okay. And I get messages on Instagram telling me about, but, you know, all these people who have heard the song that's helped them in some way. So it's been pretty cool.
Let's talk about games, man.
Yeah, man.
Now this is obviously it's predominantly a gaming podcast.
Yeah,
you know,
it's really cool.
It could be like a city tour guide podcast now.
Sure.
But hey, fine, we're a hybrid. But you know, video games have always been a part of your life. I want to know where it where did it begin?
Listen,
where was your entry point?
I'm not the gamer that is playing like Counter-Strike and guys that have been like relevant anymore. But
Dude, Counter-Strike is one of the
massive?
biggest esport games there is.
I love that.
It is huge.
And I haven't gotten into Fortnite, but I am. Listen, give me a FIFA game, give me a sports game any day.
Okay,
I'll fucking wreck you. But
I'll fucking wreck you.
Yeah, FIFA's my shit, and you know. I've had a bunch of consoles, like anything on Nintendo 64, all the Mario games. Love a bit of Pokemon.
The N64. I mean, Nintendo in general, I think just always deliver the goods.
Oh my God.
One way or another.
Number one.
I kind of miss the GameCube. The GameCube kind of passed me by.
Listen, Smash Bros on the GameCube was fire. My little brother, bless him, he left our GameCube on a train in Sydney.
Oh, Jesus.
It was devastating. I say, well,
how could you leave a GameCube on a train? It's like a baby. It's that precious.
You know, it's probably best for us, but so that departed really kind of soon after we got it. So
that's a shame. Did the parents get it for you as well? Was it they like, what a waste?
I think it was like a Christmas gift or something.
Santa got it for you. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
I think everyone. I always find it really interesting with video games, because what you can get to know someone pretty well. I see you say someone, what's your favorite? I don't know, movie, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
When you say a game as well, you can kind of really get a feeling for someone when you're huge into FIFA. I am too, man. I'm a big time FIFA guy.
Oh yeah.
The game's changed a lot for me over the last few years. I find it really. It's the only game that makes me lose my nuts when I'm playing it. Like I really get the rage when I'm playing it. It's changed a lot now. It's very the rage. Yeah, the rage. I mean, it feels quite. The Ultimate Team stuff feels quite pay to winning now. But with you playing with like your buddies? Are you doing like the club stuff, the pro seasons? What are you doing?
Nah, man. I'm kind of just whenever there's a console, I'll play.
Yeah.
It's I'm not in any league. I haven't ventured onto like the internet gaming, but recently, I'm blanking on the name, but there's a game on. I think it's on like Xbox or something, but it's cars and you're like on a soccer field.
Rocket League. Yeah.
That shit is fire.
Yeah, that is the
on the internet
best.
with that, and there are some fucking good people out there.
Yeah, there are, yeah. And now you can
That's
download
really
like the
fun.
Batmobile and the DeLorean.
Yeah,
from
dude.
Back to the Future. Man, I'm in. It's combined my worlds.
Rocket League is so
It's sick.
good.
They have that again. Esport wise, it is growing big because the guys, because Epic Games, who obviously made Fortnite, they now have bought the rights to Psyonix, which make Rocket League. So you're going to see a big push to make that one of the biggest, because it's quite a simple game, but it's like it is so good, so much fun,
good.
so much
like
fun.
I'm not like coordinated enough to really be good at it.
I can't ever seem to time the ball landing and me volleying. There's something wrong with my brain or hand-eye coordination. I don't know what it is.
It's nuts. But no, I love that.
Didn't it used to be called? I think the original name for it was like super rocket powered battle cars. I think it was the original name.
Maybe something like that.
It was created a bit wild. And I thought they thought Rocket League sounds it rolls off the tongue a bit more.
Yeah.
Let's go Rocket League.
Oh my god, that and what was the street FIFA?
FIFA Street. FIFA Street. Almost there. I mean, just a bit. Yeah. FIFA Street. That was. They tried to bring it back this year, didn't they? With like that. There was a mode on FIFA this year where they tried to do the same kind of thing. But it didn't quite deliver the goods. Like the whole and FIFA 20 was really based around it as well. But yeah, FIFA Street, the original was damn good.
So good.
Loved it.
So good.
FIFA 98 had indoor football as well.
FIFA 98, it was everything.
That was one with Beckham on the front cover, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh mate, Road to the World Cup.
Oh yeah. I get knocked down. But I love you. That was.
And I think even Blur Song 2 was on there. Woohoo! As well. Yeah. Oh God, it's so good. Great memories.
PlayStation 1, yeah.
Great memories.
Oh goodness, so good.
I used to love that because that was before online gaming was really a thing.
Completely.
So everything was like your mates.
That was when people were like, we're afraid to get in a stranger's car. Now we pay to get in a stranger's car.
That's exactly right.
I was afraid to talk to people on the internet.
Yeah.
Now we pay to talk to people on the internet.
Yeah, we do.
What kind of world are we living in?
What are we doing? But I think the FIFA train's going to keep on going. I heard
get boring. It's a world game.
It is, and it's a universal game. Everyone knows. I mean, you mentioned sports games. Are you playing like NFL games or baseball games or like you don't know?
Honestly, I'm playing the sports I know. So like soccer and tennis.
Yeah, even the tennis games are pretty good. You can get pretty
tennis.
They're quite samey though.
Like top spin.
Top spin.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Mario Tennis is a classic.
I like the fact they Mario Tennis Aces, the new one, where they kind of combine almost like a campaign story.
Yeah.
Which was a bit weird. It's like, hey, I'm gonna go to this temple, and if I beat like Luigi's ghost, I get like a Goomba. I don't understand what that is. It's nuts. But
listen, I'm here for it. Any tennis game, any sports game, even like the shitty Olympic games, like even the button bashing, like 100-meter dash, you're like, fucking let's go.
Oh god, those games were great.
They're so good.
It was good.
Just getting like really
days.
competitive. Yeah. But no, having a beer with your mates and playing FIFA is
one of the best things ever. Have you invested in like kind of the mobile Switch gaming kind of stuff as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
A Switch is fire.
Because you were traveling away from LA to Australia, London. I mean, you need to have something to keep you going.
Goodness. Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Dude.
My wife is a beast.
Really?
She has completed the full game.
Really?
Like, downloaded the expansion pack, got all the fucking gear. We finished the game. Well, she finished the game. I say we. She finished the game, and we went to see, like, how much was complete, and it wasn't even half.
God.
And so she just kind of set out, and now I'm pretty sure she's, like, 100% done.
Wow.
With the game, and it's super... To the point now where she started again. She's sick.
It's a game that I think a lot of people put it in their top 5 list. Like it's a game
amazing.
that
you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I love that. I love you can just there are no kind of borders on it.
I know. I mean, I sometimes need to have some kind of narrative. I need to have like nothing pleases me more than saying, "There's a mission. These are the 5 things you have to do."
Instead of like, "Here are the 25 missions you have to get."
Exactly. Done. Yeah. And it goes, "Oh, and for bonus points, do these little things too." I'm like, "Oh, I want to do that." You know, I get the 5 headshots to get extra bonus points.
Yeah, dude.
Completionist, mate.
My wife Erin, she's so good at that game.
Yeah.
And so I just bought the new Zelda game. I'm forgetting what it's called, but it's like I say animated, but it's more like a cartoon.
Yeah.
And you have like levels.
Do you mean Link's Awakening? The new kind of
Link's Awakening. Yeah, and she's crushing that as well.
That one's great because that one has a bit more kind of like, it's a bit more kind of platformy, like you go to the dungeon, you do the thing, you leave. Mm-hmm. It's a bit more kind of, I can get my head around it a bit more. I think Breath of the Wild, just felt it sounds really wanky to say this, but a bit too big for me to kind of invest because it just felt like there are some of the games out there that I'm kind of juggling at the same time because I'm still trying to hold my own.
Yeah.
In online multiplayers, I mentioned CS, but things like COD or Destiny, whatever it might be. I'm still trying to think I can one day go pro. I can one day go pro.
Yeah.
When in reality, that is long past. I'm an old fuddy-duddy compared to those guys.
You still got it.
Thanks, Sam. That means a lot, genuinely. But I think that's the thing is it's games like that's why the Nintendo I think proves so popular is because they're kind of the games they make. Mm-hmm. Yes, they have like the Dooms and Wolfenstein kind of games that they kind of put on the platform as well. Yeah, dude, the new one's coming out soon, Doom Eternal, and it looks fire. Looks really good. Wow. I think it looks really good because they've almost like sped up the gameplay now, so it's a lot faster. Yeah. It feels great. But I think with Nintendo, they always have their classic, the stalwarts of like you got the Zelda, the Mario. Yeah. But you mentioned the N64. I guess Mario 64, Ocarina of Time. These games were like,
oh yeah,
they were your jam.
Mario 64. Wow. I love that. Finished that. Got the 120 stars.
Some people do speed runs on that now in like 7 minutes. I think there's a way you can, like all Mario games, there's a way you can kind of portal through the game super quickly, which is nowhere near as fun. You got to grind it out.
Boring.
Yeah, get it. I remember that first mission, get to the top of that mountain and that giant kind of like, I want to say like, what was that thing? It was like a chain, wasn't it? The giant cannonball.
Are you talking about 64? Or are you talking about the Switch?
I'm talking about 64.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Because there is one on
yeah,
the Switch.
have you played it?
No, I haven't. I went to buy it. The Target I was at was out of it. North Hollywood Target, get it together.
Yeah, come on, guys. Super Mario Odyssey, that's what it was called. And it was banging. Like, it was great.
Yeah.
And it was one of those games where you have to really play it for a long period of time to get your head around the secret hidden stars. And it's good. It's great. Mm-hmm. It's really, really good.
Man. 64. Every game on 64 is amazing. Mario Kart.
The Mario Kart. Did you play every iteration of it? Like, did you play Super Nintendo and?
Oh yeah, Super Nintendo, Street Fighter on Super Nintendo.
God, yeah. You're talking my language.
But Nintendo 64 was everything. Mario Kart, Mario Tennis.
Even Mario Kart now, Mario Kart 8 that you can get on the Switch is probably one of the best. You talk about FIFA with your mates and a few beers or whatever. That is the game for me.
Whenever my manager, Brad, who's in there.
Shout out to Brad.
Shout out to Brad.
Hey, Brad.
He's really good at Mario.
It's official now.
On the Switch. Yeah. He's not looking, but
he's probably playing Mario Kart.
Yeah,
I mean that's why he's invested.
At the end of when he's in LA, at the end of a day, we'll my wife, me,
smash it out,
and Brad will just fucking get on Mario Kart and go for it.
Rainbow Road it all the way.
Oh, I hate Rainbow Road. I liked it on 64 because you could do that jump.
Yeah,
and when you landed it, it was like such a sense of
nailed it.
Fucking. Like completion, you were like,
there's euphoria.
Yes, exactly.
But I think the thing is as well with the Super Nintendo one is that you didn't have any barriers. Like, I think that was the whole premise, wasn't it? That was why it's so hard. There was no barriers.
Yeah.
Which made it such a kind of like, oh shit, here comes Rainbow Road. Yeah. This is it, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
This is it. This is for the big boys.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There are just so many tracks and so many characters.
All right, so if I asked you, Sam, what were your top 5 games of your life as we know it, what would they be?
They would be my top 5.
Yeah. It's a hard question.
It is a hard question. I would say number 1 has to be Nintendo 64 Mario Kart.
Okay. I love that you've gone specific, that one.
Well, it is the best one.
It is the best one.
The GameCube one was great, and the Switch one is great. But no.
So N64, Mario Kart 64.
Mario Kart 64, absolutely.
Okay, that's on the list.
FIFA 98, classic.
I love that. I love that's made the list.
Oh, absolutely.
It's good.
I will say, Ocarina of Time was amazing.
Yeah.
But Breath of the Wild is pretty sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would offend Zelda fans if I said Breath of the Wild was better, but...
Yeah, well, I think, both games are regarded very highly.
Can they both be in there?
You can have both games in there. Okay. I'll let you have this. So you've got Mario Kart 64, you've got FIFA 98, and then you've got Ocarina of Time, and you've got
and I'll say
Breath of the Wild.
I'll say Pokemon Blue on Game Boy.
We haven't even talked about Pokemon as well.
I know.
Dude, are you playing Pokemon Go?
Are you
I
did for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I just finished Pokemon Sword.
Okay.
On Switch.
Nice.
Which is great.
It's really good. But Pokemon Blue is, we're talking Game Boy.
We're talking about Game Boy. We're going back.
Dude.
I had Pokemon Yellow as well, but Blue's my...
That's sweet. Was that like the Bulbasaur one? I don't remember which
was the Squirtle
one.
Come on, brother.
Damn it. Was Red Charmander? I don't know what Red.
Red was Charmander. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm a classic Pokemon guy.
Yeah.
There are so many iterations of Pokemon now.
There's so many. I'm still Pokemon going. I'm still trying. I'm still trying to go. It's
I read they just released like Mew or Mewtwo or something.
Dude, they've got there's 700 to collect now. There's 3 different there's different realms of Pokemon you can get now. So Crazy. It's it's wild. But
and then I would say probably GoldenEye.
I mean, there's another game that you can't. Yeah, when people ask about FPS games, what the best ones ever were, GoldenEye is at the heart of that, because that was kind of the time that the game changer.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rumble Pack. Do you remember, you shot someone and went,
God,
oh shit, my hands are on fire. I'm on odd job. It was great.
Odd job.
Wow. There were so many.
Yeah, man.
Someone did a video recently. They did they reimagined a GoldenEye level, but 120 FPS, frame, and really kind of hyped it up, and it looked so good. But it was sick. It looked sick, but it was literally 5 seconds long, but still it looked amazing. But the game, I think that just having that kind of game, I would say pretty much anyone who grew up in that era, GoldenEye would be in there kind of around about the mix.
It's a classic.
Yeah,
so good.
That was a top 6 there, but I'll let you off. I thought it was. I mean,
you had to get GoldenEye.
Let's say the 2 Zelda games can be one. The Zelda games, Pokemon Blue, GoldenEye. I love it. Love that. What a top 5, mate. Have you seen the announcement that they're creating Super Nintendo World in Japan?
No.
Oh.
What's Super Nintendo World?
They're creating a theme park called Super Nintendo World based around the Super Nintendo titles. And I think they're doing it in Florida as well, near Disney. I'm not even joking.
That's so sick.
Yeah, Charlie XCX recently kind of did she released a single based around the game, the park being announced. It was pretty, you got to watch the trailer. It's wild.
That's so awesome.
It makes me think about things like Street Fighter, like your Marios and whatever, and the amount of games that they can kind of bring back to life in Super Nintendo World is going to be. I mean, they're going to have a Mario Kart ride. There's 100% going to have one. Mario Kart, the roller coaster.
They absolutely are.
Like a Street Fighter something.
I think I'm assuming it's Japan, but you can go and play Mario Kart in real life.
In real life?
Yeah, my buddy Max, that artist, Max, he's a legend.
Yeah.
I saw all over his Instagram, he was in Japan, he went and played Mario Kart. And he was it's like a little go-kart. And
he was wearing the outfit?
He was wearing the outfit.
Who did he go as? Princess Toadstool? That would be my go-to.
Maybe Princess Toadstool.
You can pretty much. In this day and age, you can pretty much pay to do anything now. So you can. That does it. Kind of for me, it's oh no way, but actually, I can kind of see that happening.
Yeah,
it's. I'm thinking about Super Metroid now. All these different games that come into my head. I'm thinking, that'd be amazing. Final Fantasy, all these games that could be really, really good. So that'd be quite a cool thing to do.
Yeah,
but tell me about. The future for you. What's next for you? What's next for Sam Fisher? What's on the road next? Back to LA or?
We head back to LA on Thursday, and then we start some radio tour vibes. Hopefully the city will be all over the radio at some point, which would be wild. My dream is to be walking down the street and just hear the city playing from someone's car. And
would that be that bucket list? I've now heard my song, just someone just casually listening.
Yeah.
That's great.
That would be really, really cool. So doing that, there's so much new music that is nearly done. Lots of music this year. There's a cheeky remix of The City coming out. Don't know if I was supposed to say that, but whatever.
Didn't you just do it? You did a version of a Whitney Houston song, is that right?
I just did a version of a Whitney Houston song.
Okay, what did you do?
Coming.
Okay.
I did a cover of I Want to Dance with Somebody, so
okay.
That'll be out at some point.
I'm going to TikTok the nuts out of that.
Let's do it. Come on, TikTokers, let's go.
TikTok it, guys.
I just put out a music video for This City, which I'm obsessed with. It was directed by Kim Stuckwish, who's incredible, and choreographed by Monica Felice Smith, and they just absolutely killed it for me. And I'm so proud of that. So that's out now, and then just new music. New music, lots of games.
No, lots of games. Make sure you take gaming on the road with you.
I absolutely will.
They now have if you sign up to Nintendo Online, you get the Nintendo or Super Nintendo and NES library. You can download any of the games. A Link to the Past, Zelda, you name it. Street Fighter, it's all there, mate.
I had no idea. That's
Get on
really
that.
Cool.
That's the flight home.
Love that.
Thanks so much for coming in, Sam.
Thank you
It's
so
lovely
much
to meet
for having
you,
me.
and
You too.
all the best with the music and your future.
Thanks,
It's
brother.
looking bright, buddy. Looking bright.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.